What's going on, y'all? It's Antics. I'm gonna show you guys how to make a cheap but filling and of course tasty chili dish. I'm not really sure about camera angles or anything like that, but I'll show you guys the process and then I'll edit it so that it's more clear. But stay tuned. All right, so basically this is what I have for the chili that I'm gonna be making for myself and my wife. In total, without everything else, it's probably about $20–$25, but if I do it right, it should last 2 days. So in retrospect, I'm gonna be saving money here, and that's what we're about, right? We're not sacrificing quality, but we still wanna keep some money in our pocket, right? So I got this, it's from one of those international markets. It's beef and sausage, but it's the spicy kind. And I think that would be perfect for chili. And this is all information that I gathered by looking up different recipes and stuff. I got a complete seasoning packet here, some rice, some bacon bits. This is supposed to be tomato sauce with queso in it. Of course, your bean right here, kidney, chili, black beans. Definitely need your tomato sauce. And I got some serrano peppers. I believe these are serrano peppers. I forgot what these ones were called. I think they're sweet, if I'm correct, but I'll double check just to be sure. This is one of those red, the hot chili peppers, potatoes. I'm gonna probably not put both of these in there, but cut some of that up, put that in there. And I got some green onions. I have white onions in the fridge. I just didn't put them out yet, but that's basically what we have in terms of the ingredients. And let's get started. All right, guys, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me. I'm trying to do this without a tripod or anything, so I'm holding my camera while I'm cooking. So this is the first step. Get your sausage, or gonna get your protein. Place that in the pan. And yes, I washed my hands, for any of you guys have stuff to say. And yes, I washed my hands. I know how you guys can be online. Actually, I don't think I've ever used this kind of protein before, but I actually like the way that it smells right now. Even though it's not actually cooking yet, but it smells good. So I'll let this cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. You want to stir it as well, obviously, so there's no red or pink in the meat. Once I've done that, I'll come back and I'll show you guys the next step. So while we wait for the things like that, while you're waiting for the meat to cook, just go ahead and start chopping up your vegetables and stuff. Start with the onions, green onions, yellow onions, whatever you picked, and your garlic, whatever. Just start chopping those up now, because that's the next step. Also, you can add some of your seasoning now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Once that's in there, stir that in there. You always want to be sparse when you add seasoning, because you can always add later, but you can't take away what you've already added. So start with a little bit, and then if you need to add more, you can add more later. So don't worry about that too much. All right, so again, this is the first time I've used this type of meat. It said it was beef and sausage, and it said it was hot, the hot kind. So I'm guessing that's why this particular isn't browning. I think maybe the peppers and whatever seasonings they have on there is keeping it that color. So that's what we have right now. My wife and I like our food to be spicy, so that's why I have jalapenos. Obviously, these aren't spicy. These are green onions, but they have a little bit of a kick. Then we have the red chili pepper, serrano, and these are sweet peppers, by the way. I double checked. They're mini sweet peppers. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the pan now with everything else. And again, y'all have to bear with me. I'm doing this with one hand holding the camera and the other holding the plate. So it's put your garlic, green onions, and you can start with, if you want to put jalapenos in there, or your onions, whatever you want. These peppers, from the instructions that I saw, I don't want to cook them with the meat, but I want to cut them up when I have the tomato sauce and everything, and the water and everything, and let it simmer so that the flavor spreads throughout the entire pot. So that's why I haven't cut these up and put those in there yet. But so put that in there and then stir that up, and then I'll come back with the next step. All right, so after this has cooked for a little bit, the next thing you want to do is you want to add the tomato paste, and you want to add some water. I'm not exactly going to show that, but that's the next step. Add your tomato paste or sauce or both, whichever you prefer, doesn't matter, and add some water to it. You want to put maybe about halfway for the water, but you can add more later on if you want to have more in the pot. So, like I said, start with a little bit, add more later if you want to, and I'll let you guys see it once I've completed. All right, so I added the water and the tomato sauce. I put the water about halfway, but the tomato sauce rose the level more than I expected, but it's fine, it's not that big of a deal. It'll start evaporating and going down. And you want to have it on a low setting. The food will taste better when it's slowly cooking and it's separating all the flavors and all the textures and juices from all the ingredients that we have. So the next step is to start cutting these up however you want, or you could just add it in there just like that. I read somewhere, it doesn't matter. However you want to do it, it's fine. This is how I do it. I'm gonna cut these up, not into very small pieces, but just decent sizes that I can put those in there so the heat can start absorbing the flavor into the sauce. I also have these bacon bits. This is a hack that I learned. If you add some bacon bits, it's probably better to use real bacon, but I was trying to not spend so much money, and bacon was $6, $7 a pack. So these were $2. So I got these. Still work the same. It's fine. And then, so right now we're gonna cut these up to whatever size works for you. I add a little bit of potato to the chili just because it makes it more filling. You don't have to do that, obviously. Do whatever works for you. But I'm personally gonna add a little bit of potatoes. I'm probably not even gonna use both of these. Probably not even a whole one. But that's the next step. Cut those up, anything else up, and you want to put it in the pot and just let it simmer. So I cut up the mini sweet peppers, the red chili pepper, and the two of the serrano peppers. I have more if I need them. I got rid of most of the seeds, or maybe half of them, but again, my wife and I like the food to be spicy, and some of the heat, from what I've been told, is in the seeds. There's different things online, but that's why I got rid of half of them and kept half. So I'm gonna put these in the pot now. There's a good amount down there too, so it's probably good. So this is the step we're on. Again, have it on low. It doesn't need to be super low, but you just want to get the simmer effect from all the flavors in the pot. Just let it do its thing. I'm about to cut up the potatoes, put those in. Still need to put some of that in because that has some, what I heard, some good flavors in there. Even though it's tomato sauce with cheese, someone at the store told me that that has a good flavor to it. So I'm gonna put that in there. Then I'm gonna put the bacon bits. It said to put the rice. You don't have to use rice, but I'm using rice because it helps with the feeling more full. It says to put the rice in maybe about 15 to 20 minutes after you cut the potatoes and put them in. But again, this is my own personal way that I make chili, but you can obviously do what you want. But this is just how I would make it. All right, so now I'm about to add the potatoes that I cut up. Put these in here. Clearly you can see the volume. It's getting to the top, but that will go away soon enough. I will keep y'all posted. Obviously this has to cook for a little bit. When the next step is here, I will record that and let you guys know. Also, y'all, don't forget to season your food. I know I haven't specifically said that, but I figure you guys should know to season your food to taste. You guys season your food how you want to, so don't forget to add enough seasoning in there for yourself based off of how you want it to taste. All right, so as you can see, I poured some of the water out with this broth, the sauce. As it was cooking, it started to foam over, so I took some of it off. It's fine. Like I said, you can always take away later. It's fine. Like I said, for the broth part, you can pour that out if it gets too much. So that's what I ended up doing. It's just the volume of things that I have in here for the flavor that was taking up a lot of space. But I'm going to now add my beans. So I got some black beans, kidney beans, chili beans, I think this one specifically says pinto beans and chili sauce. So, hey, works for me. Obviously, I'm going to stir this in once I get a second and I have a free hand. But yeah, it's tasting pretty good, y'all, so far. I'm thinking about going and grabbing some sour cream for the, sorry, distracted. I'm thinking about going and getting some sour cream to have with the soup. We also have dinner rolls as well. They're not the American kind, but because they don't have that there. So I got the best thing that I could. And let me stir this in and I will see y'all for the next step. But tastes good so far. Obviously, you want to taste your food as you're cooking. Common knowledge. But yeah, it's tasting pretty good so far. As you can see, the volume rose again, but that's because of all the beans. But should be fine. We'll fix it if it becomes problematic here soon. All right, now I'm gonna add these bacon bits, and then I will see you guys for the next step. No, nothing too serious, just adding these in here. Tastes really good so far, guys. Tastes really good. Spicy too. So here it is, everyone. Still, the volume is a little high, but that's fine. Again, that's gonna evaporate anyway because I gotta let it cook. Still waiting on the rice, but I taste tested it. When you taste test something and all you can say is yep, because you can't really explain how good it tastes. It's just something you feel on your taste buds and in your spirit. Well, that's what we got here, folks. Got the chili. I'm gonna get the rolls, start going in a second. It's delicious. Once that level goes down some, I will turn that off. And then I will go to the grocery store and get some sour cream. I got cheese set aside. I got the rolls again. I got the rolls set aside. Put some butter on that. And we are good to go. So I don't think I have anything else, but I'll keep an eye on this. And if I do, I'll come right back. So stay tuned. All right, y'all. Chili is basically done. Looks like it absorbed everything the way it was supposed to. Again, this was only a $20 meal and it's gonna last us for 2 days. So the whole reason I did this is because I wanted to show you guys that you guys can enjoy tasty food without spending $50 for a meal, right? I think a lot of times we think that in order to enjoy something, it has to be expensive. It does not have to be expensive. I've learned in my life and through all the things that I've been through in life that enjoyment is a mindset, and it starts from firstly appreciating the fact that you can even have the things that you have in the first place. I'm not saying that I've perfected that because I'm still working on that, but we think that you have to have filet mignon or a $100 steak or some expensive crazy meal to feel satisfied, to be content. But specifically in terms of hunger, what I've learned is that you might have cravings for something, but if you eat, even if it doesn't match up to the cravings that you have, something will happen in your body and you won't even crave the thing that you craved anymore. If I'm craving fish and I end up having baked chicken or fried chicken, your body's just hungry. Your cravings, I feel like, are just a mental thing. But once you eat, the cravings seem to, for me at least, disappear. It's not specifically that I want a specific type of food. It's just the fact that I'm hungry. So I'm trying to learn myself and hopefully in retrospect help you guys learn that you guys can enjoy things and it shouldn't cost a whole lot of money. Back in the old days, not old, but before I had to change how I approach things, spending $40, $50 on DoorDash, 2 people. That meal that I just made was $20 and it's gonna last 2 days and it tastes good. So what I'm learning is that convenience is expensive. A specific type of food can be expensive, but I'm also learning that you can still enjoy something and it not be expensive. Just trying different things and actually being cognizant and aware. I don't know why this cabinet is open. Actually being cognizant and aware of things and not just saying one thing or the other. There's so many shades of gray that we tend to overlook. You might be craving something specific, of course, and I'm not saying to never indulge. Life is short. Enjoy things. But also be mindful and be smart about those things, because spending $50 might not be the best decision. If you can afford to spend $50 on food and it not affect you later on, go ahead and do it. But specifically what this is about, it's about me trying to reprogram the way that I think about things, about life, about money, about how I make decisions. So I know I'm going off on a little tangent, but what I'm basically trying to say is you don't have to spend a lot of money on something to enjoy it. You see what I'm saying? The chili tastes good. Obviously, I traded some time for that, but that's the trade-off. You either trade your time for money or your money for time. And I, in this regard, would rather spend the time cooking, saving money, because I actually enjoy cooking, than spending a bunch of money on food that I may or may not enjoy. It just depends on how the other people cook it. If I'm cooking it, at least I know I have control over the flavor and how it turns out. Again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't enjoy yourself or eat things that you like to eat. But it's balance. Everything is about balance. You don't want to err on either side too much. And if you do err on either side too much and you're not aware of that, then obviously you have to work on your awareness. I know you guys are wondering, this is just a cooking video, what he's talking about. I'm trying to help you guys understand that you don't have to spend a lot of money to enjoy stuff. That's all I'm trying to say. And I'm trying to say that because I'm learning that myself. So I'll switch the camera around so you guys can see what it looks like. But man, that's the video. And if y'all have any questions, let me know. I just want to help you guys because I didn't have anyone to help me when I was growing up, at least not in this sense. Your mentality is everything. How you approach things is everything as well. A lot of people say that your mindset is everything, but they don't actually discuss the nuances and they don't actually tell you what that looks like in real life. That's what I'm trying to do with you guys, is because that's something that I missed out on for a long time and I had to figure it out myself. So I'm trying to help you guys, save you guys some years, but hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's nothing super spectacular, but I hope you guys found at least some value from the video, and if you did, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys feel like, hey, this guy might be on to something, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.